Oh, we found a chitness crawler? That's so gross. Alright, so let's play the chitness crawler. For those who don't know what chitness crawler does, if we have descend 8, we all our permanents in our graveyard are playable, basically. So we exile, let's say, a Hall Marauder. And we can cast it whenever we want with our chitness crawler, which is really nice because this is now a 1 mana Hall Marauder. It's so busted, man. It's so busted. Howdy, welcome back to Alchemy Academy. My name is Corndog Jones Jr. We are chasing top 10 rank in Magic the Gathering Arena using only homebrew decks. Thank you for stopping by and please enjoy the video. So today, playing a deck I've named Oi Oi. It's a build around Whale of the Forgotten, which is a kind of long forgotten card in the Ixalan set that we haven't played in a while. It's kind of resurfaced recently, and it's really, really good in Alchemy for a specific reason. This card is fantastic against Heist for a few reasons. So, Will the Forgotten, kind of in a shell here where we're in a discard, late game discard shell. Works very, very well with Hollow Marauder. But Will the Forgotten's really, really good against Heist because if you give it to his Descend 8, let's say they play, I don't know, let's say they play your Metzlansley, the Great Door, alright? Normally, we have a tough time removing this if we're playing against Heist because most of the time we need like a specific artifact hate spell for this. Whale of the Forgotten's nice because we get to return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand, which in that case would be ours if it was stolen from our deck. Next, we get to make the opponent discard a card, and then look at the top 3 cards of our library, put one of them into our hand, and the rest into our graveyard. So, what's really nice here is we get to get a card back, draw a card, and make the opponent discard a card. This card is basically a 3-for-1 every single time you play it, as long as you're Descend 8. So our build around is really around getting Descent 8, getting a bunch of cards in the graveyard, specifically non-land permanents, or sorry, just specifically permanents, doesn't have to be non-land. And so we're going to do a Patchwork Beasties, really cool card, lets us mill at the beginning of each of our upkeeps, also turn to a 3/3 creature whenever we have 4 or more different types of cards in our graveyard. Really, really easy to get that as well. Cruel Somnophages, we have the Whale of Forgotten also contributes to our graveyard with that last ability. Larb can help us surveil, plus also play things off the top. Kind of a heater card we forgot about. Everflowing Well, a nice thing we can get into the graveyard. Also works fantastic with Overlords, if you didn't know, because you can play an Overlord and then make another non-land permanent an attacking Overlord on the same turn, which gives 2 triggers off that. Very, very nice. Metzlansley helps us draw and discard each turn. Eora as well. Draw 2 card, discard, and then Overlord the Banework is the piece de resistance for all these discard decks. That's just so good. It's so good, man. It's so good at getting your graveyard full, so good at triggering all these abilities, and really, really nice in pretty much every way after that. Because it keeps giving you value, right? We're also playing Chitness Crawler. This card's kind of a beast. It's kind of a tank, man. At the beginning of your combat or your turn, you can duplicate a copy of a creature into our graveyard, and then if we have Descend 8, we can exile a permanent from our graveyard and play it for like its casting cost. Really, really good if we run out like 4 Hollow Marauders and they all die, and then all of a sudden everything in our graveyard reduces the cost of Hollow Marauder to 1 black, and then we can just play 4 Hollow Marauders with a Chitness Crawler for 4 mana. So good, so good. Tons of discard running, tons of ways to disrupt our opponent. Other than that, man, we're running some removal, Terror Tides, Deadly Cover Up. The Overlords to get things going. We have Huskburster Swarm as well, which is another spell that costs 1 less for each creature in our graveyard or exile. This one, Hall Marauder is a little bit better. It's only graveyard, but when it enters, they discard, and if it didn't discard something with mana value 4 or greater, you draw. Works really well with Beanstalk. Beanstalk Marauder plus Beanstalk Huskburster Swarm is pretty busted. Whole deck is kind of like a huge synergy value shell that can really go crazy. So here's the lovely combo that we're worried about, though, that we want to get going. Whale of the Forgotten and Hollow Marauder. Play Hollow Marauder. If our graveyard is full of creatures, we can play for 1 black mana. We then make them discard a card, maybe draw a card. If we don't really care about drawing cards at this point, we play Whale of the Forgotten. We return the Hollow Marauder back to our hand, and then make them discard, and then look at the top 3 cards of our library, put one of them in hand, rest in the graveyard. So right there, that's 3 mana. Target opponent discards 2 cards, return the Hollow Marauder back to our hand, and then we draw basically 2 cards because the Hollow Marauder will also draw us a card, and then this one will draw us a card. After that, we play another Hollow Marauder because we return it to our hand. This is 4 mana, target opponent discards 3. So good against chorus cards because we can completely empty their hand and make them very reliant on top decking, whereas they can craft their hand with like crazy amounts of card draw with the chorus cards, and they're kind of like just playing off their lands at that point. This shuts that down so beautifully, and it can keep doing it. Nashi's in here. Nashi's our best piece in all of these graveyard decks, just because, man, you can pull out anything you want out of your graveyard. It's so versatile. And what we really want to be pulling out is, once we get this thing going, we want to be pulling out our Will of the Forgottens and keeping this loop going as much as possible. Maybe pulling out some board wipes to deal with some early game aggro, things like that. Nashi's just so flexible, so good at finding what you need. And then lastly, Mudslantley, you can transform this, and it gives you mana based on the amount of permanents in your graveyard, which is why we're running Outrageous Robbery. This is a cute little combo here. We're already gonna put Mudslantley in here because it's just like a kind of interesting card we've been running recently that I kind of have been latching onto a bit because it's just kind of fun. But Outrageous Robbery, if we can flip Mudslantley, we can get like 30 or 40 mana per tap off this, depending on how big our graveyard is. And then we can Outrageous Robbery for like 30 or 40 if we get lucky enough to see the combo happen. But yeah, I have flipped Mudslantley and then like played like 7 or 8 Hollow Marauder like cycles in one turn because this gives me so much mana. I'm just seeing if we can hit it with Outrageous Robbery. I think that'd be a good time. But anyways, that's it for the deck, guys. Kind of a long-winded explanation. I really like this deck. It's really fun. Just a little bit of a disclaimer. This is a offline video. We're recording this offline. And I tried to record it online. And let me tell you, we did terrible on the stream, man. We did terrible on the stream with this deck. We did run into like aggro deck after aggro deck. This deck's a little bit weak to aggro because we need to wait for our Terror Tides or our Deadly Cover-Ups to hit before we can remove the board. So, we are a little bit weak to that, but we were pretty much like over the top on so many of these Heist decks, so many of these like long grindy decks, that I think it's pretty much worth it to keep running this deck. We have a pretty good win rate already, and I'm excited to see how we do in the video. Please stick around, find out, and I'll see you there. Peace. Alrighty, so we're hopping in the first game of Oi Oi. We're gonna see if this deck can actually tick this time around. If you weren't watching the whole intro and stuff, we played this deck on stream. And man, it did horrible on stream, like absolutely horrible. Horrible to the point where I was like, is this the same deck? Because we had like a 70% win rate over like 40 games with the deck prior to streaming. So I was like, what the hell's going on? We lost like 6 games in a row on stream. And I was like, oh god, I gotta wrap this shit up. I gotta play something a little bit more exciting for the stream, right? So we're gonna see if we can fix that today. We have a pretty bad draw to start, but I'm pretty bullish on like the deck in general and being able to recover from something like this. So as long as we're not playing any aggro, I feel like we have pretty good odds. This is a great hit right here. So now we can just probably Overlord to start, just get the lands going. I think this is like pretty much your guaranteed turn 3 play if you draw it for this deck. Maybe if you had a tap land on turn 2, you play Beanstalk before this, but in most cases, you will be running this one out first. This guy's sussing me out. He's telling me to quiet? What the hell? What the hell? I'm not streaming right now. We're doing this offline. So maybe he's in my fucking walls or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's listening to me. He knows I'm yapping. Maybe he just knows I'm always yapping. Let's see. Let's give him something back. That's the best one, when someone makes a fucking ass play. You're like, you really did that? You didn't really do that. Let's actually play Kiora first. If we can rip an untap land, I'm probably just gonna take it and play the Overlord too. Oof, pretty ass. All right, let's ditch you and ditch maybe the I guess like Deadly Cover-Up. Yeah, we can ditch Deadly Cover. Let's be smart. We can like eventually play this, even if it's like a 5 mana or 6 mana spell. It's still like pretty alright, 6 mana for this is actually like, it's like a draw. It's a draw 1. They discard 1, which a little bit overcosted for 6. We normally want to get this to like 1, 2, or 3 mana by getting a bunch of creatures in our graveyard. So we might be able to do that with the Overlord here. Sapphire Collector. Interesting. This is a, in my opinion, man, not a very good card. The three cost of this is like a lot to get something flashback. You know what I mean? Because you're like a lot of the times you're not gonna be able to get something flashback and cast it unless you're like deep in the game, right? So what? This guy's a 4 cost now. All right, how about this? Let's play another Kiora. Let's play another Kiora just to get this cycling in here. Draw. We're gonna discard one of these and maybe take the tap land. Yeah, let's do that. Discard one of these, take the tap land. Actually, All right, how about we just discard the land and the Maelstrom Pulse? These Hollow Marauders could pop soon, pretty hard, and we're gonna swing with Kiora. She's gonna die, but that's gonna just make these even easier to cast. One of the most slept on cards, man. This thing does absolute work if you get it cheap enough. The whole combo here is you play Hollow Marauder and then you play. Let me find it in the deck list. Whale of the Forgotten on Descend 8, which lets you return the Hollow Marauder back to your hand, make the opponent discard, and then look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one in my hand, the rest in your graveyard. You can play the Hollow Marauder for 1, return it back to my hand, and make them discard for 2. And that's 2 discards. And then you play it again for 4, like total 4 mana. 3 discards, we draw, and like we probably draw 3 times actually, based on what they're discarding. Because if they discard something that's mana value 4 or greater, goddamn, we get to draw again, man. It's crazy. There's so much value. It's like such a nice little swing. So that's the whole idea of the deck, man. It's a standard playable deck for the most part, but the reason I played in Alchemy is because of our Nashis. Nashis makes this deck so much better. Look, he stole one. You'll be able to see what it does. He's basically going to conjure a duplicate of either one of these cards into his hand. And we don't know which one it is, but the real beefy part of Nashi is that if we're filling our graveyard, normally we can't get our instants or sorceries back unless we have like a specific card that lets us do that. Nashi is like a catch-all for everything, which is really nice. Really, really nice. Really, really helpful. So we love having him. We love having him around, man. They're looking at our Scion of the Deep. But what do you have to say about that? Grave Expectations, okay. He's probably better off exiling 3 creatures from our graveyard. I don't think he really knows that right now. I think he knows that we're going to pop with our Hollow Marauders next turn. So let's see. Swing. Swing. In my 8-8. In my 8-8. Yeah, casual 8-8. I forgot to mention that Kiora just can just like make an 8-8. So damn good. Oh, here's another thing we could do. We could draw an extra card off Hollow Marauder. I kind of just want to rip 2 out here now and make him discard a couple. Probably going to draw 2 anyways. That's my guess. Let's see. Come on, brother. I just want to hit a land. Oh, beautiful. This is basically cycling, right? Yeah, because if we play up the Beanstalk first, this will also draw us a card. So that's basically cycling. But it'll give us 6/6. So we'll keep that. It is the 4 mana is a lot. 4 mana is a lot for a 6/6. So we're hoping maybe like he board wipes or something and the cost a little more. You get our Overlord back. Yeah, he's definitely gonna want a board wipe, man. He's pretty much unlethal. Alright, we get pinged for 1. Yes. He can't double chorus this Hauntwoods. We know that. Because he only has 1 mountain. Whale the Forgotten. He's gonna return that to okay, sure. That's why it's also really good against Heist, because it's like hard to activate on their side, but also we can return non-land permanents to our hand. Which, like, if they have one of our non-land permanents, we can get it back, you know? But I think that might be it. I think this guy might be cooked. Oh? Shocking my Hollow Marauder? Okay. Okay, I see you. I see what kind of game you're playing. I see this guy's got some game. He's taking his damn time, let me tell you. He must have like other shock or something. Let's see. Do we dab on? I don't think I'm gonna dab on. I mean, he opened the floodgates with his emotes. So maybe it's justified to dab on him. I don't know. Although I think he might be done. I think he might be. Oh, he is gonna shock again. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind if he kills my creatures at all. Not in the slightest, because we can just get them back, and we can also Huskburster Swarm, and for cheaper, letting us play a bunch more cards next turn. I will say this deck loves like a nice mana source, like a deep mana source, and we have one, which I'll get into later if we end up drawing it. So, all right, well that's kind of unfortunate. We didn't really hit anything we wanted to there, so could have Wailed the Forgotten this Nashi back to our hand. I might do it to the Everflowing Well, just because I want to see him discard. Yeah, let's do it. This Nashi has ward, so I can't do it now. Yeah, so let's return the Everflowing Well back to my hand. And then we'll look at the top three. I'm probably going to grab a land. Just hit my land drop for the turn, because we're going to start drawing a bunch, regardless of what's going to happen. We need to be able to play our cards. Get another land with this guy. And he's going to need to block with one of these, because next turn we're getting with a Menace guy. So he can't block both next turn. He could just double block, which would be fantastic news for your boy. Oh, he doesn't even block. Yeah, we're probably quadruple attack next turn. We'll animate 2 lands or something. Unsummon. Dog, dude, you should have did the Hauntwoods, dude. This is 1 mana, draw a card. Oh no. Oh me, oh my, man. Yeah, he should have done the Hauntwoods. All right, nice. All right, so let's Huskburster. We'll do that. Oh, we find a Chitness Crawler? That's so gross. Alright, so let's play the Chitness Crawler. For those who don't know what Chitness Crawler does, if we have Descend 8, all our permanents in our graveyard are playable, basically. So we exile, let's say, a Hollow Marauder. And we can cast it whenever we want with our Chitness Crawler, which is really nice, because this is now a 1 mana Hollow Marauder. It's so busted, man. It's so busted. Yeah, so we get to just play a 1 mana Hollow Marauder. And then I think what we're going to do is probably play another one. Or maybe we can play a land. I think we already did play a land, but yeah, we have tons of options. Discard your last card. We draw again. And I might whale his Lootmonger. Maybe I whale my Nashi. Gonna shore up his Lootmonger before the end of the turn. Alright, he doesn't want to lose his Lootmonger. We'll respect the man's wishes. So let's return this guy to my hand. This card really doesn't do much. He doesn't have any cards left, but fine. Nice. Alright. GG's. Good opening game, I will say. I'm pretty hyped about that one. Alrighty, we're playing at 604. I do recognize the name. This guy is quite the gamer. He's always destroying me. He's always doing pretty good against me, man. Let's hope that we can return the favor. We can't rip Overlord next turn, the green Overlord. So I'm just gonna play this Overlord black one. And we will return the Nashi. Ooh, Glarb is good too, but Glarb is kind of peak, man. Glarb is so good. All right, let's get the Glarb back, man. Who are we to deny Glarb? Him for 1? We'd love to see that. Anything other than like a him for 4 to 5. Or more. Alright. Tap land into probably a Somniphage mill. One thing we could do is just make this Somniphage big as hell and then get in there. He'd have to use a Mycelic Ballad on a single Somniphage, which would be pretty nice. Okay, mill the Marauder. Because we are going to keep milling. Alright, well that didn't really pump the Somniphage up that much, but that's fine. You have a full Whale of the Forgotten, so we can start to play stuff and make him discard and shit like that. We do need a land before we really go in. But what's nice about this Whale of the Forgotten is we can find a land with it. So whatever he plays, man, even if it's Triumphant Getaway, I might even pop it back to his hand. I'm gonna beseech the mirror to search for something. That is a desperation move, if I ever saw one. I'm gonna play Glarb, dude. It feels like because Glarb lets us look for a land off the top. Let's hit a land, please. Oh, Glarb, I love you. Oh, and we have a Hollow Marauder popping out. Oh, next turn is gonna be nuts. So as long as he doesn't kill Glarb, oh, he's gonna kill Glarb. All right, that's fine. So let's do Hollow Marauder. This is actually still insanely nuts turn. Discard. Return you, make him discard. I didn't have the right colors to get another play off a black land, but we're still in the hot seat, man. We're doing really good. Let's Maelstrom Pulse. Do we have anything else? All right, I'll take the Maelstrom Pulse. I kind of want to land off those like options, but only thing that could really screw us up right now is I actually don't need the Beanstalk. Only thing that could really screw us up right now is if he has more Hymn to the Ages. Storm Chasers, okay. He's gonna return the Hymn to the Ages. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this Hollow Marauder. I might do it again. I might just like look for more lands. And then return this to hand. Look for a black land. That's a blue land. All right, we'll take a land regardless. Then I'm just gonna play this Beanstalk. At 37 cards, this Chitinous Crawler is gonna go nuts, dude. Gonna go absolutely nuts. We have 2 Hollow Marauders in the graveyard. So if we get enough lands, we can actually go crazy with it. Alright, so let's swing in. I will take a Nashi. Hollow Marauder's cheaper. I kind of just want to rip the Hollow Marauders now. Nashi's normally the pick there, but Hollow Marauder's so good. So let's do it. Play Hollow Marauder. I might leave up Urgent Necropsy. Oh, he had to discard that? That's lovely. I'm actually not going to leave up Urgent Necropsy. I'm just going to rip this Maelstrom Pulse. Double Triumphant Getaway in graveyard? Alright, let's destroy the Storm Chasers. Lovely. Alright. This is a performance against the best deck. Oh my god, dude. This is so busted. Like, you see the amount of work we do, and then he just pulls up like one of the cards out the top that does the thing for him, you know? Well, I'd say that we're screwed, but A corn dog doesn't give up. That's the classic saying, right? So let's haul a Marauder again. And we're hoping that the last card in his hand, because we're gonna be able to play 3 of these. The last card in his hand isn't something that's like gonna draw him 17 cards. Can't be a Storm Chaser's talent or another Hymn to the Ages. One thing we're also doing is kind of cycling through his deck, so eventually, man, we're gonna be able to cast this Outrageous Robbery for big money. What we might need is Mutt's Lantley first, the Great Door, because that lets us get mana based on the number of permanents in our graveyard, which is pretty yucky. All right, so we're gonna conjure a copy of probably Nashi in our graveyard. The more Nashis we get, the better. Discard 2 cards. We will discard a Terror Tide and an Urgent Necrosis and an Overlord. We can't mill anymore. We have 26 cards. Alright, anything but Nuts card draw, and we're fine. Anything but Nuts card draw. Even a board wipe. Alright, there's the Nuts card draw. Oh, I hate this deck, dude. He's not gonna get it? He didn't get the Nuts card draw. What? Did he just give up or did he misclick? He has the mana to grab it back to his hand. Oh, maybe he didn't want to discard it. Oh. Maybe he thought I had more discard. I don't. That's the thing, man. I don't. He might want to do it on his own turn where he can play both of them at the same time. Alright, man. I mean, if that's the way we're going to play it, I think he might be dead. Unless you top deck. You have to have a nasty top deck here. Because we got a 13-13 and a 6-6 coming at you. What is the top deck? Oh, baby! I'm telling you, man, the deck's good. It's pretty good, right? Holy, dude. So much discard. So much discard. Julio G. Alright. Me first. I'm liking this Scry land. Lovely. Alright, I just want to hit something that can let us play these Overlords, which is exactly what this swamp will enable us to do. Alright, Grave Expectations. That's like a bad thing for us to see. Not necessarily because he's heisting us, but it means that he has some form of graveyard hate. If he's sticking with his noggin, he'll probably use it against us at some point. Once he sees what's in our deck. Ghost Vacuum's absolutely tragic to play against with this deck. You only have Maelstrom Pulses and Urgent Necropsies. And a lot of times we're not even like finding that stuff, right? We're binning in our graveyard for him to exile it. So let's just get this Overlord down here. And he's ripping some infinite combo deck. I mean, Marauding Blight Priest is a pure sign of having an infinite combo. We'll say, all right, we respect it. We respect it. I think I might do the Everflowing Well here. I just want to hit a land. Hopefully make him chill out before he does his infinite combo. So if he plays another land and like plays another Marauding Blight Priest, holy shit, I'll Maelstrom Pulse. All right, Tiny Bones is pretty scary because he can start to cast stuff in my graveyard. No land though. No land is good. No land is good. So what we will do, and I'm pretty excited to do, is just Terror Tide, like the weakest Terror Tide of all time, but also does the job. Let's do that. Weak ass Terror Tide gets rid of 2 creatures, little 2-for-1. Oh, not dead after all. All right, number 2. God damn. God damn. Okay. I can appreciate a gamer. Let's actually give me yeehaw. Let's do this. Let's look at the top 3 cards. And I say we... I guess I shouldn't have done this because then he's going to be able to play something for my graveyard. Yeah, I guess we'll give him a Patrick Bestie, man. That's like light work, right? That's light work. Alright, so what is he going to steal? We're definitely popping this Blight Priest next turn, though. Yeah, we're going to pop that. We can also Nashi. Problem with Nashi right now is that... Yeah, is that it won't stop the damage. If he only attacks with like the other things and he has the infinite combo, then we're dead, right? So I don't think he's that smart. Maybe that's a little bit bold. Let's actually do this. Let's Kiora first. Hopefully we can hit a land. An untapped land was the real hope there. I'll tell you what. Let's bin the other Kiora and the Restless Reef. Restless Reef's actually good. We'll bin the other Kiora and a Overlord. Feels bad, but I think it's worth it. And then I'm just gonna Maelstrom Pulse now. Okay. So now we have 2 blockers, which is very nice. 2 blockers, as long as he can't steal like a Kiora, we're definitely blocking this Tiny Bones, no matter what trade he gives me. We could also not. Gonna dead weight that guy. Honestly, yeah, let's do it. That's enough to almost bring up my Whale of the Forgotten, but this Hollow Marauder should pretty much do it. Ooh, we could Nashi plus Terror Tide again. I guess we'll let him do his thing for a turn. Let's Hollow Marauder first. Should have actually play the land. Maybe we can bin another creature and make that 1-coster. Alright, well, I was right about that, but you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna return this back to our hand. Oh wait, you know what? Let's just make him discard his hand. How about we do that? That's pretty good. Let's make him discard his hand. You can discard 1 more. So this is 3 discards for a total of 5 mana. Pretty nice, huh? Julio G. Didn't expect this one coming. Do we take another Hollow Marauder? I'll tell you what, we're going to take a Huskburster Swarm here. He's already, like, empty of cards in hand, so I'm just going to make him discard this, and then the 6/6 will act as a nice blocker for this Overlord. Zero risk blocker. Will you be milling, sir? No mill. Land. You should have milled it, man. You should have milled. You always do the mill. He's not gonna attack. He's not gonna attack. Oh my gosh. Good game. Good game. Lovely. All right. We'll rip 1 more. It's on a blue land, but I guess it'll do. I was gonna say we rip the Patchwork Beastie first, but finding a land seems a little bit better. Gonna Deep Cavern me. Probably take the Deadly Cover Up. I guess we have 2 of them. Probably take the Overlord then. He might have 2 bats. That's also pretty good. Let's Overlord this. Looking for a Nashi in particular. Right, we get a Huskburster Swarm. Do we take this out? Yeah, we take it out because it's at least a cycle target for Kiora. Sometimes I say no to the card advantage, but sometimes you shouldn't. And I think that was one of the times we really couldn't say no to it. Yeah, so unfortunately for your boy, I can't activate this Cruel Somnophage. I'm just gonna play it as a 0/0. That's so stupid, man. Alright, don't steal something good. I need a land, please. Alright, took a Nashi. That's actually really good, but what's even better for me is that he didn't take a land and he didn't get any value off the Nashi. He also didn't swing. He didn't know that he couldn't block. My guy couldn't block. All right, land's good. Or beanstalk's good. We just need a land off of it. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, man. Kind of looking like last stream. All right, Kiora. He took a land too. That swamp is not the land that we need. We need a blue land, just for this Kiora. Kiora is the end goal here, so we can eventually find an untapped land for this deadly cover up, and then hopefully stabilize the whole game. Don't attack with your laughing Jasper Flint, man. This guy can't. This guy can't block. All right, don't mill over land. All right, we keep milling over the forgotten thing or whatever. Bloom Lake Verge. All right. He has just enough to kill me. No, he took my Verge. No. Oh, no. He has just enough to kill me. We need him to not realize it again. Okay. Actually, what do we discard here? We have a creature, sorcery, land. We only have sorcery screen creatures. That's actually tragic. All right. You know what? We're going to do this. Let's hope that he doesn't realize and that we draw a land. He doesn't realize. Land. I'm discarding. No! My motto earlier was always do the discard. But, yeah, it ended up screwing us over. Good game, man. Birdie. Alright, we're going first. Pretty terrible hands. It's pretty terrible until we maybe are able to hit a black source. Oh, jeez. My apologies. My apologies, man. That was a crazy blowing of nose. Alright, this is really good. So if we can get this Terror Tide going. Alright. No, I'm gonna decline that. Because I want to get as many permanents in the graveyard so this Valley Might Caller can't outspeed my my thing. Let's Bloom Lake Verge. I'm gonna Matslantli, the Great Door. Raw discard. Discard the Huskburster. Now I need another untapped land. Otherwise, it might be, if it's 2 turns until we blow up the board, we might actually lose this, especially if he plays like a lot of little weenies. He's in Warren Guard. That is a lot of little weenies, man. All right, we really need a land here. It's land overlord. No, it's land or death. It's land or death. We need this to be a land. Oh. I'll tell you what. We might be able to swing a Hollow Marauder. We can block one thing. As long as it doesn't have a Sheltered by Ghosts, we're not in terrible place, but I mean, look at all the cards we discarded. We just couldn't hit a land off the top. That's pretty rough. Okay. That's a land for next turn. Alright, if we can find a way to survive here, we will be very happy. Otherwise, Beauregard, that's good. That's good. Because that's not a crazy add to his board state right now. I think we're dead. He's only attacking with 2! Oh, yeah! Alright. We can hit this for 7. For a fat 7 bomb? Oh my god. That will change the context of the games, boys. He could have killed me there. He had the power to kill me. Let's Terror Tide. And we're gonna Hollow Marauder. And I'm gonna cycle this Patchwork Beastie. And try to find another board wipe. Also, Chitness Crawler we can just replay stuff. Did I play land this turn? I did. I'm actually gonna bin that. Oh man. We'll have 2 blockers next turn, which is pretty key. Pretty key is 2 blockers. Let's draw a discard again. 13-13, lovely. Alright, so let's play the Chitness Crawler. I just want to get a land off this guy. So this guy can let us replay lands from the graveyard. Gonna submit that. Replay this land. I'm gonna play 13-13. And then I feel very comfortable getting in with 3 blockers now this turn. So let's get in. And then next turn we can make him discard his hand with the Chitness Crawler plus the Hollow Marauders. Yeah, we get 3 blockers for this 2-2. We're in the driver's seat now, baby. Give me that shit. Oh, double Burrow Guard. That's scary, but not very scary, Birdie. Let's go, dude. He had me. He had me. Alright. Playing Macklemore. Except he likes giving top. I don't know, man. Mackle top. I don't know what he's going for. Let's see what's popping here. I'm just gonna rip some mortuaries and try to find a beanstalk. We have 3 beanstalks in the deck. We're gonna draw a land though. That's fine. Yeah, we're gonna bin all the extra lands. We just played a game. I'm probably not gonna show it on the video. It was such a lame ass game, but we got shit on by some bad land draws. We only drew lands. Bloom Lake. Alright, so what we really need now is a way to fill our graveyard for this Terror Tide. There's the beans, man. They're the magical fruit, man. You know what they say. The more you eat, the more you toot. Oh, that is a gorgeous draw. That is the perfect draw. It's the only thing we could actually play in addition to anything else. Also fills up our graveyard for the Terror Tide when it dies. It may not seem like it, but that was the peak draw for our deck right there. Now, if he plays another Emporium Thopterus, man, we are going to go bonkers. Land plus nothing. Okay. Well, let's Terror Tide. Counter? Question mark? Yeah, Mackletop didn't seem like a counter kind of guy, to be honest. Alright, well, why didn't you do that last turn, Buster? Can you explain, dude? Can you explain why you didn't do that last turn? Is it because you're clairvoyant and you saw through me? You soul read me? Alright, double islands. Alright, this guy, I'm not even streaming, but this guy's stream sniping. I'm not even streaming. This guy has all the tools in the world to see what I'm doing, man. What is going on? He knew that he would play a creature to block this Thopterus? What is going on, man? He also took my Nashis, which is absolutely tragic. Let's grab a Terror Tide. And we're gonna wipe this Thopterus off the board. Just because it's one of those cards, man, that if you let stick out there too long, it's gonna kill you solo. A lot of cards these days that are like that. Let's play Glarb. Land? Oh, Glarb is... I've been sleeping on Glarb. Let me just tell you, everyone's been sleeping on Glarb. He is an absolute tank, man. Potential draw 2 or 3 per turn based on how your deck's structured and based on how many like lands and stuff you're running with him. Y'all been sleeping on Glarb. Let's bin this. The exile removal is really hurting, by the way. Just because we need stuff in our graveyard, and we lost like 2 of our best creatures. Okay, lovely. So I'm gonna take the Huskburster, just because it's a draw 1 when we play it. Draw 1 plus a 6/6, really good value. Also works the cards in exile. I guess that's why this is working so well, because he just like pumped this guy up to the moon instantly. Alright, let's play Huskburster. And another Huskburster. Alright, no more of the ends, it looks like. Let's, I'll tell you what, let's play the Matslantli. And we're looking for the card, dude. The card that does the thing. Yeah, let's play the Cruel Somnifage. He's gotta have a board wipe. I'm assuming this guy's like exile all the cards from your deck type deck if he's running the end. Which we have a deck like that. We haven't played it on the channel yet, but I think we might. Yeah, he's probably rocking Deadly Cover-Ups. He's gonna get rid of the that's my Deadly Cover-Up. What are you gonna get rid of? Maybe the Huskburster? Yeah. Alright. There goes all the cards. There goes all my cards. Let's just exile his hand, man. I mean, what else is a corn dog to do? So let's draw 2 and make him discard for 3 mana. Pretty damn good, huh? Alright, there goes that guy, and then we're gonna bounce this back to my hand to make him discard again. Look for a card. And this should be able to get rid of his hand. There's the card we wanted, man. There's the card we've been looking for. You might ask, Corn Dog, what's your interest in this card right now? You don't have that much mana. Let me tell you, you are in for a wild ride. And I'm actually going to do this. Say goodbye to your nowhere to run, dog. I want to draw again. I want to see if we can hit. Oh, lovely. Best card in our deck, by the way, the Whale of Forgotten. I'm not going to cycle with this Matslantli. But you're about to see the pain train come in. There's 17 cards in graveyard. So this Matslantli, we're going to flip it. You ever seen a flip Matslantli? Now it gives us 11 lands. Kind of yuck. So we're gonna try to power this thing up as much as possible, and Mackletop concedes. All right, we'd be able to exile pretty much his whole library if we got that going. But we'll take it. We'll take the dub. Start with the Mortuary, just so we can play this Beanstalk soon. And I'm gonna bin this Beastie. I normally don't bin the Beastie so early, but feeling kind of saucy right now. Who knows? All right, this is good because we can double Beanstalk while we're waiting for this tap land to untap. And then we'll probably play Matslantli again. Really good cycling. No cost to that. And then has a really cool flip ability that is pretty much never used. I don't think I ever see this shit happen. So let's hope. Hopefully we can do it. We've done it off stream before, offline. Oh, I want to draw that. He's playing Heist, and this is like probably the best card against Heist in all of existence that I know of. All right, another Sewers. Let's get our graveyard full, man. We're gonna be drawing a bunch. Okay, I low-key want to land, so let's take the land. Let's draw that land. I know it's tapped, but we'll make do. That's fine. We at least draw 2 cards, right? Gonna Heist me again? He shouldn't be using these. I mean, our deck's very graveyard based. I know he doesn't know it per se, but technically he shouldn't be rocking these just yet. All right, man. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. He does fill our graveyard a tad, though, so that's good news for us. Let's play the Matslantli. And I'll tell you what, I'm looking for a land. Lovely. Looking for a land, and I'm gonna go crazy on these Hollow Marauder, Whale of the Forgotten once we get our graveyard full enough. That is unless he plays a Triumphant Getaway. That's annoying. Anything but 2 of these. We also need a Nashi. Nashi, we can get a Maelstrom Pulse to blow those up if he plays another one. So what we might do here is we might want to mill with the Great Door and look for another creature to throw in the graveyard. Alright, another tap land's annoying. We'll take it though. Another creature in the graveyard. So this enables us to Hollow Marauder plus. Oh, we can't do two things regardless. Alright. I'm just gonna. Oh, we can Hollow Marauder plus Whale. I guess it's like not that great, but let's just Hollow Marauder. Oh, or we can Everflowing Well. This is technically another land too at the end of the turn. Oh, dude! Now we got the Whale leveled up. All right, dude. Next turn we got 4 Hollow Marauders in hand. Next turn we're gonna go nuts in there. Everflowing Well is gonna flip too. So he plays anything, man. He plays anything, and we get to bounce it back to our hand. That is a perfect example. We get to bounce that shit back to our hand and get so much extra value. So let's do this. Bounce it back to my hand. You discard a card. And we're going to put 2 creatures in the graveyard to make sure this Hollow Marauder is a 1 cost. And then he discards the rest of his hand. Alright, we're going to take the Chitinous Crawler. This is like the best case scenario. Now we have 1 mana Hollow Marauders. Say goodbye to your next card. And you know what? I think we might play another Hollow Marauder. And we can play as many as we want. I mean, I honestly think in the off chance he draws like his, crazy draw everything spell, I'm not going to play all of them. So let's just Overlord. And we will make this dude a copy of the Overlord just to swing in and get some extra land production. Beautiful, man. We are going crazy right now. We're going crazy. This deck is really good against Heist. I'm a huge fan. Let's hope he doesn't have a board wipe. If he has a board wipe, then it's totally chill, but looks like he does have one of my deadly cover-ups. He's looking at his graveyard. They always... Here's the thing about Magic, guys. If it's convenient for the opponent to have a board wipe, if they need a board wipe, the odds are they've been holding it and they have it, which is it's annoying. It's annoying, but it's a fact of life. Oh, he doesn't have it. He might be looking for it. Okay, I'm very interested because he might be cooked and booked. Who knows? We can make Myriad Pools transform the Hauntwoods into a Marauder and swing in for 12 plus the Restless Reef. I'm not sure. I might just be interested in playing Chitinous Crawler and pulling out a Nashi. Okay, well he doesn't want to take damage, so yeah, let's do this. Let's play Chitinous Crawler. You will become a copy of the Chitinous Crawler. Alright. He's had enough. Pretty sweet. There we go. 94%. Moving on up. Playing Dario Naharis. Let's go. Probably a Patchwork Beasties to start. I have a feeling this guy is some type of deck we want to get a board against fast. Just based on that white land. I'm assuming it's bats, but it looks like it's just straight up life gain. Oh, that's so tragic. We wanted that. Yeah, let's play this, and I'll probably. This is a blue land. That's kind of nice. Let's start binning. I want to get this whale online as soon as possible. What we're gonna do is we're gonna Restless Vine stock and then up the Beanstalk. A lot of stocks. Let's just hope that these guys survive to start milling to get this Whale of the Forgotten going. Gonna swing? He's gonna swing, okay. Some people don't realize that. Alright, we can't... Milling sorcery is an instance, it does absolutely nothing for us. So we really We need to see creatures and lands in the graveyard. What we could do is we could, if we get really lucky, we could hit 2 creatures and lands off the top with a what's it called? Oh, 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 that's really good. That's really scary. Charm Stray. That's really fast. So we need 6 creatures. 6 non-creature, or we need 6. We need to power up this Whale of Forgotten. I can't talk. We just need no sorceries. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I would love to return this Johnny's Pride Mate, or this Pride Mate back to his hand. Purely on the reasoning that it's scary. It's scary if it gets too big, and we don't want it to get too big. We just want to be able to block things freely with our Patchwork besties. And then what we're going to work towards is a Cruel Sound of Fate. It's pretty yucky. And, oh, Nashi's so good. All right, so we're going to take the Nashi. And then our game plan is to survive until we can pull out our Terror Tide out of our graveyard. That's our game plan. So these Patchwork besties have kind of done heavy work for us. And we are forever grateful for it. They have this card's nuts, dude. This card is nuts. How much value are they going to get off this card? No! No! No, dude. Swing with your Innocence? Not with your Arabo, man. Arabo is not the right play. All right, I'm going to block this guy. Mill. Oh, I wanted that. No, dude. All right. Well, I think we're dead. 1, 2. Oh, we can technically block everything we need to. Technically. All right. We have like a smidge of a chance to survive here. It depends if he has another kill spell. If he has another kill spell, we're like totally cooked. Totally cooked. If he doesn't, we might just survive. Because we have 3 blockers. He has 6 power of attackers. He can't play another Arabo because it's legendary, so he can't like buff his cats again. Depends what this 3-tree battalion hits. What will it hit? That is really good, but to be honest, it's not backbreaking. It's a little backbreaking. I mean, okay, I lied. It's like a little bit like terrifying to see all those Innocences because he's gonna draw a lot of cards, but we do survive, right? We absolutely survive. I mean, he's going in, but I don't think he realizes that going in is not the answer, brother. He's not even attacking with a Rabo. All right, let's get the Terror Tide for 11. So block. All right. Let's be a little bit smarter with the blocks. We'll block everything we can and still survive. Block. All right, so at least we keep 2 creatures. We take 4 damage. And we're gonna hit a fat Terror Tide. Fat. All right. Terror Tide for 13. Boom, baby. All right, and then we're gonna do Overlord. And Overlord is specifically here to mill or to pull back another Nashi and then Maelstrom Pulse next turn. We need to Maelstrom Pulse these Enduring Innocences because they are gonna get so much card draw over time, and even just next turn. Let's pull out a Nashi. Depending on what happens, we might be forced to Maelstrom Pulse something else too, because he's gonna start to pop off again. The Innocence hitting a fat 3-tree on Innocence is so good. We just need to hope that he has like all lands. The Johnny Caller, the Pride. Oh, that's really tough.
Left me no choice but to fight.
All right, I'll tell you what. I need a Maelstrom Pulse to these Sky Knight Squires. It sucks, but I have to do it. I actually have to. All right. Yeah, that's a shame, man, because we were on our way to stopping his innocences, but if he just activates his Ajani ability, we die. We might be in the business of waiting for him to not draw a creature, which is a terrible business to be in. Are we in the right business? Did he not draw a creature? No way we're in the right business, dude. Oh my god, we just hit the mother load. We just hit the mother load. Alright, let's Glarb first to see what's on top. And just maybe get rid of like a land or something. Nashi is lovely. Okay. So let's swing it with a Nashi. At the Ajani. Yeah, Ajani's. Oh, I should have leveled him up. Dumbass! Ah, I could have killed the Ajani. Alright, let's get the Nashi out here. Nashi number 2. We're gonna keep the new one, and then I'm just going to take this Maelstrom Pulse one more time. Play the land off the top. Keep the card advantage going. We need him to not have another creature. We need a little bit of luck. Based on the non-instant play from Mr. Dario Naharis, I think that we might have gotten lucky. Oh, dude, we're so lucky. All right, let's Maelstrom Pulse his Enduring Innocences. This should take all the air out of his tires, and then we're just gonna play 22-22. And I think I don't want to jinx it. I'm thinking that's game. I'm thinking that's game, baby. All right, we did it. We did it at least a little bit. We're working on it. So. Alrighty, we are over at untapped.gg, gonna see how we do. And let me tell you, my predictions are exactly spot on. We're a little bit rough against aggro. Anything aggro you see here, you got red, you got white, we have bunnies. All these aggro decks we kind of tank to. Everything else we were spectacular against. Absolutely spectacular against. You see that, aggro down here, aggro, but everything else, man, we kind of creamed. We did so good against everything except for aggro. And let me tell you, Heist was bending the knee, dog. We did so good against Heist. It's kind of like the purpose of the brew. There might be a way to improve the aggro odds. I might just have to put in some more early game control. But man, this deck was a heater against Heist, which is so lovely. I love seeing a nice anti-Heist deck because it is such a hard archetype to play around. I think we have the perfect combination here. 5-1 versus Heist is nothing to scoff at. We played some good decks too. We played against some good opponents. So you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna run to the bank with it, and I think we can maybe be able to improve this to play better against aggro, and maybe get like a solid like high high competitive deck. I have a 56% win rate, not fantastic, but I think we have the bones here for something really good. 74% of the play, 44% of the draw. So we definitely, that kind of indicates that we need some more early game removal. So maybe we'll work on that. Maybe we'll improve some stuff. But until then, man, appreciate y'all stopping by. Appreciate y'all chilling in the video. It was a fun deck to play. I think I'm gonna highlight this Heist win rate in our little thumbnail here because I think it's not so often that you have the deck so good against Heist that isn't like very hardcore fast aggro. So I'm excited to see it, man. I'm excited to see it play it out, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.